Right, I'm joined by Wanderers manager Mark White after today's 2-0 FA Cup defeat away at Horsham. Mark, how disappointed are you, not only with the result, but with the performance?
Yeah, I mean, the performance was absolutely abysmal. But I want to just credit, first of all, Horsham. Obviously, my good friend Dom and our ex-players, Tom, Charlie, Sammy, and the club. They done exactly what you have to do in the FA Cup. And it sounds, if ever you find yourself saying they wanted it more, then you know there's a big problem, because that's the sort of thing you say at under 16s. No disrespect, but we defended too deep. We weren't aggressive enough. I don't think I've seen so many players have an off day. But I want to credit Horsham, all of their fans. They're brilliant fans. I've watched Horsham probably more than anyone else apart from us. And it's their day. They deserve to be, fully deserve to be in the draw, and hopefully, I really hope they get something amazing that's life-changing, so my fucking shit players can learn a fucking lesson, because they were so poor. And I'll tell you one thing, I will always put my hand up. It's not about availability, injuries, who was returning, who wasn't. It wasn't about that at all. It was about the fact that that team let the fans down 100%, wholeheartedly. Sometimes I get the management team to take the blame, part blame, some blame, whatever. Today was wholeheartedly a bunch of players that were absolutely shit. And I'm so furious with them, it's unbelievable. Some of them today showed that when the going gets tough, they don't get tough with it, they get going. So that's going to be a short career for them at my club and our club. And all I can do is apologise on behalf of the players and the management team, of course, because we're the ones that put the players in the field, to the supporters. What I would say is, I think the supporters should definitely show their, sadness, if you like, disappointment online. I think that's what they should do. And all of us are going to have to lick our wounds, because you might expect to lose a thrilling game. It's the FA Cup. It's the competition of the underdog. You might expect, to get unlucky. You might get an early red, who knows, one off the arse, whatever. But the absolutely unacceptable part of it all, and that's why you probably led with that, and you're right to, is for a team not to turn up in the FA Cup is scandalous. A fair chance they're all going to get fined to fuck.
I felt, obviously I was doing the commentary on the game, I felt a lot of the time we were forcing a lot of long balls, especially in the second half, where you can see in midfield with Hester Cook and Hammond stretching at every given opportunity. Does that come from you and the management team to play a lot more direct? Because it seems to play into Horsham's hand, especially with Sammy Alabs and Jack Strange winning everything in the air.
Yeah, Sammy and Jack Strange had a great game. We're missing an awful lot of our sort of players that really know our patterns and stuff like that. So we've sort of like, I think, look, in answer to the question, we wanted to play more than we did. But when we did play and get into areas, the quality was so poor. For 90 minutes, Briggs, poor, Tom Blair, atrocious. And they should be called out, because they get told when they do well, and that's how life works. So anyone who goes down that ridiculous thing of, don't say it's the players, the fucking players get paid, they should do a great job. If they don't do a fucking great job, they should at least go down fighting. That's how it works. Myself and the club have planned for this game for 2 weeks, and you'd have thought we planned it on a fag packet last night. So they've embarrassed the management team. I'll be the first to take blame. I ain't taking blame for that shower shit. But what I will do is guarantee that there won't be a lot more of that from these boys. Even if it takes 3, 4, 5 games, I don't care less. This bunch of players today have been shambolic. So that's where we are, mate. Were we going to direct? Well, you know what? We've got them on the back foot. To be frank, Tom, we're trying to force corners, dead balls. We're trying to get one off the arse. because we score a goal, you think we'll go and get an equaliser. So you're sort of thinking, right, and obviously it's the obligatory, you know, every game in the country this year would be, today rather, if for the team 2-0 down, the second half they'd be on top. That's how it's going to be. The game was won in the first half by a lacklustre team, not aggressive enough, showing no respect. I always get that one wrong. Showing too much respect or no respect, whatever the fucking word might be. But, you know, disrespected Horsham in as much as not aggressive enough, etc. And basically, as the old adage goes, when the game got tough, that was good value for their 2-0 lead.
I felt it, yeah. I said that commentary at half time. I felt they could have easily been a 3 or 4
mate,
at half time.
Listen, we got the game plan spot on. We knew it. We knew exactly. We knew who was going to play. We got the 11 spot on. We knew exactly what Lewis would do in the goal. We knew they'd drive it in to the front three boys. We had to be higher, more aggressive. On the ball, had to be patient, get the patterns going. So listen, you'll get that bloke on the internet that watches this and puts the old bloke crying his eyes out. And just to be clear, that will fucking be me. Yes, I will be crying my eyes out. That's a hard one to take. No one can give us the game back. Well done for Horsham for putting a big crowd in here, trouble-free, and that's great as well. And well done to Dom and stuff. And it always sounds a bit like disrespectful when you're saying we were terrible, but ultimately, you know, we were so poor. We allowed Horsham, in fairness to Horsham, they play that way every Saturday. I'd like to say they raised their game for this game. They didn't. That's how they play every week. Well-drilled team, good lads. Dom and the management team get them doing the right thing. They just played how they normally play. And we were just atrocious. And I think Dom said in one of his interviews, you know, like, we'll have to play X and hope Dorking a Y. You know, well, we weren't just fucking Y. We was like in a different postcode.
Yeah.
So apologies to the fans. Thanks for coming over here. Listen, in 23 years, we've had some low moments. This is definitely a really big low moment. And the club's got some work to do. We've got some work to do. We need to sort of get to work really and work out how we avoid these scenarios again.
I just want to touch on, you mentioned a couple of key injuries in the squad, the likes of McShane and Barry Fuller and Tony Craig. Do you have any time frame on when they're likely to return?
Yeah, look, listen, Macca and Seb and that about 4 weeks, but listen, the team we put out today can you know, they've gone the heart to put on one. You know, we was 2-0 against Barnet last week, half time. The team we put out today can win any game of football, but I thought Horsham were excellent defensively. We didn't play to our game plan. You know, literally, we weren't aggressive. We had real low quality, and we didn't play to the game plan either. So that's where we are, mate. That's where we are. We all apologise ultimately for a performance like that for the fans, but the players were a bag of shit, and that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Mark. Cheers.
Apologies for language, by the way, but you'd have to watch it.